Hello, all. Hope everyone is doing well. And we're going to go ahead and jump right into this compilation video. This is the full story of Wade Wilson, a man whose choices were as catastrophic as they were criminal. We're talking about violent crimes, police investigations, witness interviews, and ultimately, his day in court. Viewer discretion advised. You'll see why.
Okay, well, weapons involved are mentioned.
Yeah, he said he stabbed somebody, I guess.
Are you or anyone else in danger right now?
I'm sure everybody is around him right now.
Evil, an age-old concept that perplexes philosophers and instills fear in the hearts of the innocent, manifests in the darkest corners of human behavior. It is the deliberate choice to inflict harm, to revel in the suffering of others, and to disregard the sanctity of life. The crimes committed by Wade Wilson exemplify this kind of evil. Wilson's heinous actions reveal a man utterly lacking in empathy or remorse, highlighting the hostility that can reside in some individuals. However, his story also showcases the resilience, integrity, and strength of the people and systems that resolutely opposed his actions and worked tirelessly to secure justice for the victims. Let's dive into the harrowing case of the Face of Evil. It was a seasonably warm 84 degrees in Fort Myers, Florida on the evening of October 6, 2019. Melisa Montanez and her boyfriend of 6 months, Wade Wilson, decided to head to the Buddha Bar for a night of drinks, music, and fun. According to a police report, they pulled up in Melissa's sleek, gray 2015 Dodge Hellcat. Inside the bar, however, a heated argument erupted between them about Wade's desire to leave and visit someone's house, a plan Melisa was firmly against. Frustrated, Wade claimed he needed to grab something from the car and went outside. Moments later, Melisa followed, only to witness her Hellcat leaving the parking lot. Strangely, Melisa didn't observe Wade in the driver's seat. The harsh reality dawned on her. He had abandoned her. Stranded without a ride and not wanting to go home, Melisa reached out to her friend Amy, who promptly picked her up and took her back to her place. Exhausted, Melisa soon passed out. By 8 a.m. the next morning, she groggily realized that Wade had been trying to contact her multiple times from an unfamiliar number. When she finally picked up, Wade's voice came through, loud and furious, demanding to see her immediately. Uneasy due to his history of violence and drug use, Melisa agreed to meet in public at her workplace. She asked Amy to come with her for support and safety, and Amy agreed. As soon as Wade pulled up to her location, she knew something was off, as she did not recognize the car he was driving.
So, where did you agree to meet him?
Mila's Spa.
Now, when you arrived at Mila's Spa, did you see your Hellcat?
No.
Did you see a different car?
Yes.
And was it a car that you recognized?
No.
I'm showing you State's Exhibit 5. Does this look like the car that he was driving?
Yes.
And again, was that a car you had ever seen before?
No.
Now, when you got there, did you get out and try to talk to him?
Yes.
And again, what were you trying to talk to him about?
I went to the driver's side window. He wrote it down. I said, "Where are my keys? Where's my car?" He was calm and just saying, get in the car, and it escalated quickly.
Did you agree to get in the car?
No.
And when you would not agree to get in the car, how did he act?
Violent, aggressive, tried to pull me in the car physically, and I resisted, got plank style so that he could not grab me into the vehicle.
When you say you got plank style, could you just show the jurors what you mean by that?
And I was being pulled into the car by my dress.
Okay, so for the record, you just stood up and put your hands straight above your head.
Yes, so that I was not being able to be budged into the vehicle.
And you said he's pulling at your dress.
Yes.
Can you describe in more detail how he's pulling at your dress?
He's pulling dress, probably a little hair, everything, and then the dress starts to rip off of my body.
And what happens after that?
Once he realizes that the threads were becoming, I was getting away from him and he was still holding onto the dress, he opens the car door, obviously forgets to put it in park. The car starts to roll forward. He tackles to me to the ground. The car grazes both of our legs and I'm pummeled to the ground.
How hard did he push you to the ground?
I'm sorry, I don't recall. This is also fast and he's very heavy and I'm 5'2", he's 6'6", so.
Now, what happens after you are pushed to the ground?
I start to get beat.
Okay. Describe what you mean when you say he was beating you.
It all went so fast and so slow, whether it be punches, slapping, choking, that kind of nature. Yes.
Now, you mentioned that the fight is happening around the car. Does
Yeah.
the fight move at some point?
Yes, so I either get drugged, pulled, can't remember by my hair, or arm, or dress, to I'm trying to reason with him, trying to talk to him, but there's nobody behind those eyes anymore. So there was no reasoning with him. I got to the front of the staircase, and I'm holding on to that, and a crowd begins to develop. I'm expecting people to help, call 911, so I'm just trying to bide my time at that point as quickly as help can get there, and that's not working either. I'm starting to get punched and grabbed and choked and all kinds of things again. Somehow we move up to the upper level. I'm trying to convince him, let's just go in Mila Spa. We'll talk about it there. We're safe there.
Melisa eventually managed to break free and ran to a nearby business seeking safety. Moments later, at 8:48 a.m., Fort Myers police arrived at the scene of the altercation. Multiple 911 calls had reported a man assaulting a woman. Officer Tim McCormick met Melisa at the Mila Spa in downtown Fort Myers, where she identified Wade Wilson as the assailant. She recounted the harrowing assault and mentioned that Wade was last seen driving a black Nissan Versa. By then, Wade had already fled the scene, prompting the police to issue an alert for his capture. At the station, Melisa provided detailed information during an interview with a detective. She explained that she and Wade had been together for 6 months after meeting through a mutual friend. They lived together for the first 2 months until Wade was incarcerated for about 3.5 months. Despite his imprisonment, Melisa maintained contact with him and decided to give him a second chance upon his release. While she had heard from others about Wade's abusive behavior, her primary concern was based on her own experiences with him. Wade's criminal records, however, revealed him as a habitual offender with over 20 arrests since 2010 for charges including fraud, trespassing, and physical abuse. In subsequent court testimony, Wade's biological father provided additional insight into his son's upbringing.
Good morning. Please state your name for the record.
Steven Testaseca.
Mr. Testaseca, where are you employed?
I'm self-employed.
What type of work do you do?
Window and door replacement.
Are you married?
Yes, ma'am.
What is your wife's name? How old are you, sir?
46.
You know someone by the name of Wade Wilson.
Yes, ma'am.
How do you know Wade Wilson?
He's my son.
How old were you when you found out you were going to be his father?
14 or 15.
How old was his mother at the time?
A year younger than me.
Now, were either of you in a position at that age to be able to raise him?
No, ma'am.
Was he placed up for adoption?
Yes, ma'am.
Who was he adopted by?
Candy and Steve Wilson.
And did they have any connection to you or Wade Wilson's mother?
They went to church with Wade's mother's parents.
So that was how they connected and ended up raising Wade Wilson?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, do they have any other children?
Yes, ma'am. 2 daughters.
Now, at some point, did you and Wade Wilson connect?
Yes, ma'am.
How old was Wade Wilson when he connected with you?
18.
And was he wanting to connect with you because you're his biological father?
Yes.
And up until that point, had you ever met him?
No, ma'am.
Did you end up attempting to have a relationship with him?
Yes, ma'am.
Did he seem to want to have a relationship?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, did you have phone calls often?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you have occasions where you would see each other?
No. I went up and visited him one time in Tallahassee.
Okay. Now, did he often ask you for money?
Yes, ma'am.
Did your relationship turn into a situation where he was just asking for your help?
Yes, ma'am.
As Melissa's interview with the detective continued, she expressed that she was terrified of Wade, believing that if he had succeeded in forcing her into the vehicle, she would not be alive to tell her story. Melisa mentioned to the detective that Wade had been calling her in the morning hours from numbers she did not recognize, including one with a 603 area code that police ran against a database. They learned the number belonged to a Christine Ann Melton of Cape Coral, whom Melisa had never heard of. Soon thereafter, officers arrived at Christine Melton's home on the 4000 block of Tudor Drive, only to discover that officers from a neighboring jurisdiction were already on the scene.
10, we have an update on a story that we've been following all day. Cape Coral police confirmed that they are investigating the death of a woman who lived on Tudor Drive. That woman has been identified as 35-year-old Christine Melton. Viewers tell us she is a waitress, and those we spoke to said they didn't see Melton very often and were wondering what happened.
Well, you think something bad has happened because you don't get yellow crime scene tape put up for no reason.
35-year-old Christine Melton was described by those closest to her as a protector who loved fiercely, a precious soul, and an irreplaceable force, a once-in-a-lifetime person. Cape Coral police officers classified her death as suspicious and launched a homicide investigation. Notably, her vehicle was missing from the driveway, a black Nissan Versa. This discovery intensified the authorities' efforts to locate both Wade and Christine's vehicle, prompting an urgent and expanded search. Soon after, about 5 miles away, Fort Myers police officer Tim McCormick received information regarding Melissa's battery and spotted a vehicle and driver matching Wade's description in the parking lot of a Joe's Crab Shack restaurant. To ensure a coordinated response and his own safety, Officer McCormick quickly called for backup.
Copy, I'm 1012. I'll explain to you when my partner gets here, okay? Yeah. About this morning. Say again? Can I call my girlfriend on your phone, please? Or can you call her for me? Yeah, I can do that, but I'm just waiting for my partner to get here. Yeah, absolutely. And here's what's going to happen. Is the car running? Shut the car off for me. It's off. I'm going to detain you until I figure out what exactly is going on.
I'm just waiting on my girlfriend, sir. I told you, I don't want to be harassed.
Wait, you don't want any trouble from me because you're on probation, okay? Okay, yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I'm going to have you step out of the car, and I'm going to detain you. Not arrest. Detain you right now, okay? And I can't have any problems. You understand me? All right. What's that?
Call my girlfriend, please.
Bike 5, I'm at Joe's Crab Shack in the parking lot. I will. I give you my word. No.
And I'll be good to you.
I have to detain you. By our procedures, I have to detain you.
What happened?
Because of the battery this morning. There wasn't any battery? Okay.
Please call my girlfriend.
Hmm?
I'll be good. Please call my girlfriend.
I will.
Can you go inside Rose? Can you go out?
No. Just relax. Let me see the keys to the car.
So I didn't do anything wrong.
Let me see the keys to the car.
Oh my God. We could. I promise you.
Keys. Keys. Wait, we're not going to have any problems. Just give me the keys to the car.
I didn't do anything wrong.
Wade.
Sir, I didn't do anything. Look at me. Oh my God. We go. And this, please, I didn't do anything.
All right.
Please.
Just wait till my partner gets here. L41, gonna need a couple more units. Don't go anywhere. Hey.
Alpha 8, being around, we're in there.
Don't do it. He's in his car.
Wade managed to escape and drove over 6 miles from Fort Myers to a business on Hancock Bridge Parkway in Cape Coral. Desperate for help, Wade approached Josh, a businessman he knew through a previous employer. He pleaded for money to buy a bus ticket out of town. When Josh declined, Wade, in a state of agitation, said, "No, you don't understand, Josh. I killed people last night." Alarmed, Josh stepped outside and immediately called 911.
911, what is your emergency?
I have a very unstable man that's, I guess, wanted at my office. Hancock Bridge Parkway. He's got tattoos, he's short-lived, he's killed some people, and he just hurt a girl in Hancock Bridge Parkway. Okay.
What is the phone number you're calling from?
239.
Okay, tell me exactly what happened.
The gentleman's name is Wade something. I have no idea. I went back to my office, my business there, and he was there. He was just a cordial friend of a friend associate. He just did something bad, I guess, and was running from somebody, but I need to get him out of my place. And he's saying he's done all these crazy things to somebody and has a stolen car there. It's very odd. Very, very odd.
Police quickly arrived at the scene but were unable to immediately locate Wade. During their search, the Cape Coral Police Department learned that Wade was also wanted by the Fort Myers Police Department for the battery against Melisa. Cape Coral officers established a perimeter and extensively searched, but Wade remained elusive. As Cape Coral police contended with his escape, they were alerted to another urgent situation nearby. Authorities announced they were looking into the disappearance of a 43-year-old mother of 2, Diane Ruiz. Beloved by the community, Diane was reported missing around 4 p.m. after failing to show up for her morning shift at the local Moose Lodge. Her purse was later found abandoned along a roadway. The investigation into Diane's disappearance suggested possible foul play, prompting authorities to classify her as missing and endangered. A black 2019 Nissan Versa was reportedly observed between 10:15 a.m. and 11:15 a.m., traveling eastbound near the area where Diane was last seen. Later that evening, authorities received the break they had been hoping for. A detective had previously contacted Wade's biological father and asked him to alert the police if Wade called. During court testimony, Wade's father frankly recounted what transpired.
Now, did he end up calling you later that evening?
Yes, ma'am.
And what did he tell you in that call that evening?
The final call?
Nope, the call before the final call.
He just told me, he did something. There was 2 people gone that would not be back. He said, I'm a killer. I just told him to call me back. I just thought it was another story,
So at this point, when he says that there were 2 people that wouldn't be with us and that he was a killer, did you put a lot of weight into that?
No, ma'am.
Did you think he was just telling you a story?
He's a good storyteller.
So did he then call you back a 3rd time?
Yes, ma'am.
What time did he call you back?
It was around 10 o'clock.
I want to go back to that dinner time call. When he talked about these 2 people who were no longer with us and that he was a killer, did he show any type of remorse?
No, ma'am.
So let's go now to the 10 o'clock call. Again, your wife knew about kind of what was going on during that day.
Yes, ma'am.
And when he called back at 10, did he go into more details about what he had told you earlier?
Yes, ma'am.
So let's start with the first girl. If you could tell the jurors, what did he tell you?
He just said he met a girl at a bar. They went back to her house, hung out for a little bit, and then she fell asleep.
What did he say happened after she fell asleep?
He said he got on top of her and choked her.
What name did he call her? Did he refer to her in a derogatory term?
He said, I choked that bitch.
Okay. And what did he say he did after he choked her?
He said he stayed in the house for a little while, and then he rolled her up and was going to try to put her in her trunk, but he couldn't lift her.
Did he say why he was unable to put her in her trunk?
He said that he felt like rigor mortis had started to set in.
And does rigor mortis make your body stiff? You didn't know?
I think so. Yeah.
So he just told you that was the reason that he couldn't lift her and get her into her trunk?
Yes, ma'am.
And when he said her trunk, it was the trunk of her car he was going to put her in?
Yes, ma'am.
So what did he tell you he did when he couldn't get her body into her own trunk?
He left her there and took her car.
What did he say about the second girl?
He said he saw her walking down the street and stopped and asked her for directions. And she got in the car with him.
What did he say happened once she got in the car with him?
He said he reached over and choked her.
And did he tell you that he choked her while he was driving?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, what did he say happened after he choked her?
He said he was looking for a place to put her body.
Did he find a place where he eventually dumped her body?
Yes, ma'am.
What did he tell you about the situation when he got to the place where he was going to dump her body?
He said that he pulled her out of the car and realized that she was still breathing.
So what did he tell you he did when he realized she's still breathing?
He said he got back in the car and ran her over until she looked like spaghetti.
Now, the whole time that he's telling you these details, is your wife hearing any of these details?
I had the phone on speakerphone.
Now, prior to him telling you these details, how did you feel about turning him in to law enforcement?
I initially wanted to help him.
Okay. Did you feel conflicted about giving him over to law enforcement initially?
Yes, ma'am.
At some point when you're talking with him, did that feeling change?
Yes, ma'am.
Why?
I just thought, what if that was my mom or my daughter or sister or wife? I would want somebody to do that.
And did you have additional concerns of what might happen if you didn't turn him into law enforcement?
Yes, ma'am.
What was that, sir?
He would have done it again.
Now, after he's telling you all these details, Do you know where he's at when he's telling you these things?
I just knew he was in a house that he broke into when he was running from the police.
Did you know the actual address of this house he broke into?
No, ma'am.
Now, when you were talking to him and you decided that you needed to give the information to law enforcement about his whereabouts, how did you get that address from him?
I told him I was going to send him an Uber and I needed the address.
Wade's father relayed his son's whereabouts to a detective, who then passed the information to the U.S. Marshal Service and the Regional Fugitive Task Force. Wade had broken into and was hiding in a home occupied by a married couple who, fortunately, had left town for Ohio just that morning. The agencies made contact with Wade, and after about 30 minutes of giving loud verbal commands for him to exit the residence, he opened the front door, where agents took him into custody without incident. Wade was transported to the Cape Coral Police Department for booking and later to the Lee County Jail. According to a report published online dated October 15, 2019, and authored by Caitlin Greenackle, Wade's ex-girlfriend, Melissa, claimed that Wade called her from jail the previous day and confessed to killing Christine Melton and Diane Ruiz, whose body was found in a field behind a Sam's Club on October 10th. He admitted over the phone to me that he killed both those women. He strangled both of them. He said he just felt like it. He said he was on drugs and it messed him up, explained Melissa. About 6 weeks after the deaths of Christine and Diane, the state attorney's office organized a press conference to make an important announcement regarding the case against Wade Wilson.
Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you so much for coming. I am State Attorney Amira Fox, and I stand here today with Cape Coral Police Chief Dave Newland and our teams from both our offices to announce the indictment of Wade Stephen Wilson for the murders of Christine Melton, age 35, and Diane Ruiz, 43, both of Cape Coral. The Lee County Grand Jury met today and returned an indictment against Wilson for 2 counts of first-degree premeditated murder. He was also indicted for 1 count each of battery, grand theft of a motor vehicle, burglary of a dwelling, and first-degree petty theft. Christine Melton was found dead in her Cape Coral home on October 7th. The body of Diane Ruiz was found on October 12th in a field in Cape Coral, 4 days after she was reported missing. I hope today's indictment brings some small comfort to the families of these victims. These 2 women were preyed upon by the defendant, and their murders impacted their families and shook our community. The Cape Coral Police Department investigated these homicides and the events leading up to them, which led to the arrest of the defendant. And I want to say a huge thank you to Chief Newland, his command staff, and the 2 detectives who worked this case, among others who stand up here with us today, Detective Bell and Detective Jones, and thank them for the absolutely excellent investigative work. They were meticulous, they were patient, and that is why we stand here today with a successful indictment for 2 counts of first-degree murder.
The following day, Wade made his initial court appearance on the charges via remote video.
Wade Wilson, 19 CF 568. Mr. Wilson, you're charged with first-degree murder, grand theft auto, battery, a second first-degree murder, burglary of a dwelling, occupied, and petty theft. State want to be heard?
Briefly, Judge, Andreas Gardner on behalf of the state. The state respectfully requesting Mr. Wilson be held no bond.
Defense?
Your Honor, Charles and Answer Public Matters Office. I believe Judge Manning took testimony and signed the habeas no bond. Any other bond motions will be conducted with the trial judge.
Very good. Mr. Wilson will be held without bond. Your court date is November 25th, 2019 at 8:30 a.m. in Courtroom 4A. If somehow you get out of jail, you will have no contact with direct. Is that someone? All right. You will have no contact directly or indirectly with Melisa Lynn Montanez is away from 29 West Street in Fort Myers, Florida. Do you understand that, sir?
Sure.
That's all for today.
Since his arrest in the early hours of October 8, 2019, Wade was held in custody without bail. His trial faced numerous delays over the years due to frequent continuances and pretrial motions. During this period, Wade underwent a bit of a personal transformation, notably adding numerous facial tattoos, including Nazi symbols. In response, the defense requested the court allow facial makeup to cover these tattoos, arguing they could prejudice the jury. Although the court granted this request, the defense ultimately chose not to use the makeup. Following an alleged escape attempt by Wade, the trial was finally ready to proceed. On June 10, 2024, a jury was seated and opening arguments were heard in the capital case of Florida versus Wade Wilson. Throughout the trial, multiple witnesses came forward to report that Wade confessed to the murders of Melton and Ruiz. In fact, the defense did not dispute many of the facts in the case, but argued for diminished responsibility, at one point claiming, "He's just whacked out of his mind." After roughly 2 hours of deliberations, the jury reached a verdict.
All right, do you have the verdict form? All right, we pass that to the bailiff. Verdict form appears to be in order. I'll have the clerk publish the verdict.
In the Circuit Court of the 20th Judicial Circuit and in Fort Lee County, Florida, criminal action. State of Florida versus Wade Wilson. Case number 19 CF 0568. Verdict. We, the jury, finds as follow as to the defendant in this case. Count 1, first-degree murder, Christine Melton. The defendant is guilty of first-degree murder. Count 2, grand theft motor vehicle. The defendant is guilty of grand theft motor vehicle. Count 3, battery. The defendant is guilty of battery. Count 4, first-degree murder, Diane Ruiz. The defendant is guilty of first-degree murder.
A jury found Wade Wilson guilty on all counts, including the first-degree murders of Christine Melton and Diane Ruiz. The penalty phase of the capital case against Wade will begin on June 20th. In this tale of one man's evil actions, we take a moment to acknowledge the extraordinary resilience and courage of those who dared to stand against him. The brave individuals who played a vital role in ending Wade Wilson's reign of terror deserve recognition for their selfless actions and unwavering determination. For example, Stephen Testaseca, who became a father in his early teen years and made the difficult choice to have him put up for adoption, faced an unimaginable emotional conflict when he decided to turn his son in to the police. The bond between a father and son is deeply rooted in love, loyalty, and protection, so he was likely tormented by the thought of his son facing the consequences in a capital case. On the other hand, Mr. Testaseca understood the gravity of his son's actions and the urgent need to prevent further harm. He felt a moral and civic responsibility to protect the community and ensure that no additional lives were lost due to Wade's violent tendencies. He stepped up and made the right call. Similarly, Melisa Montanez showed remarkable bravery in the face of fear. Her willingness to provide critical information and testify against Wade was instrumental in his arrest and conviction. Her actions helped to bring justice to the families of Christine Melton and Diane Ruiz, offering them some measure of peace and closure. These acts of courage and integrity highlight the strength of individuals and the systems in place to uphold justice. It reminds us that it takes a village to ensure that justice prevails and that the light of humanity shines through. Next, we move to a turning point in the case, the interview with Melisa Montanez. She was Wade Wilson's former girlfriend, and let's just say she didn't exactly vouch for him. Her cooperation? It would become a major problem for Wilson.
See, this is him calling all night. But that's him. But that's not what he's calling. Maybe this Shepherd Barber is him too. Because that's the girl. That's the girl. Somebody said he killed this girl, Christine Melton.
Hey everyone! In this video, we explore the critical moments that brought Wade Wilson to the attention of law enforcement on October 7, 2019, leading to the unraveling of his violent crime spree. You'll see footage from the body-worn cameras of officers responding to the initial battery call involving Wilson and his then-girlfriend Melisa Montanez. This footage provides a raw and direct view of the police response as they arrived at the scene outside Mila Spa in Fort Myers, where Melisa sought refuge. Additionally, the video includes Melissa's subsequent police interview, where she recounts the terrifying encounter with Wilson. Her detailed account during this interview played a crucial role in the investigation, helping to piece together the events that ultimately led to Wilson's capture. For those seeking more context or background on this case, I recommend watching Evil Unveiled: The Chilling Crimes of Wade Wilson on this channel, which delves deeper into Wilson's criminal history and the full scope of his actions. This will provide a more comprehensive understanding of the events leading up to and following the incident featured in this video. Nevertheless, here's a brief recap. On the morning of October 7, 2019, after a heated argument the night before, Wade Wilson abandoned his girlfriend Melisa Montanez at a bar. The following morning, an enraged Wilson demanded to see Melisa, and when they met in public, he violently attacked her, attempting to force her into his car. Fearing for her life, Melisa managed to escape to the Mila Spa in Fort Myers, where she sought safety. Fort Myers police received multiple 911 calls reporting the assault, and officers quickly arrived on the scene.
She's just putting some clothes on.
I was into the sun.
Do we know where the gentleman went to?
He took off.
Yeah, he hit my car, which I haven't been over there to look, but I could.
Yeah, you didn't get anything.
Hey, Matt.
I'll save it.
Hey,
What's going on?
not much.
This guy's a nightmare.
Mm-hmm.
Like, she spent the night at my house because he took her car.
Over here.
So she spent the night at my house on the sofa, and he was calling her up. You're not at Amy's house. You're not at Amy's house. You fucking liar. I'm like, yes, she is, bro. She's right here on my bed because you took her car and won't give it back. Now he has her car, keys to her freaking place, didn't give any of that back. I'm like, Mila, you gotta get rid of this fucking guy. And I just met him last night.
So, what happened in the parking lot today?
Okay, so he was like, meet me at the spot, because she wanted to get her keys to get her car.
Mm-hmm.
So we pull in, and the second she walked up to the car, he started grabbing her. The second, like instantly.
Is it the red car over here?
No, that's my car.
Okay.
He didn't realize he wasn't in park, so he slowly gravitated and hit the corner of this white car. I knocked on the design studio to let them know, but nobody came out. It was just a slow roll and then bink right into the back. It was like a black Corsica or something like that he was driving. Didn't do. I mean, it's got a little scuff right here. But now he's to her spa and her car, and he wouldn't tell her where her car is. It's a Hellcat. Brand new, she just got it. And from my understanding, because I was at the Buddha, that's where I found her. He left her last night, so that's how I wound up with her.
And that's her spa?
Yeah. What's going on? Her boyfriend was manhandling her, and everyone saw it. No. Yeah, so.
Thank you. Sorry, that's my office, and I just like.
Oh yeah, they were the ones that kind of.
Go ahead. And you witnessed the whole thing?
Oh yeah, there was like 7 or 8 witnesses.
Last
Just right
night?
now.
Oh my gosh.
Just happened like 10 minutes ago.
All right. Thank you.
You know what I'm going to ask you?
Yeah.
Spell your last name. Everything else I already know. All right.
Just got out of jail like 3 days ago. Whoever he is. I just met him yesterday. His name is Wade something.
Okay. And he's in a black, like Corsica?
Yeah. Black. Versa.
Oh, great.
Sir, all right. The license plate. But he's probably going to ditch that car and go to Mila's car.
She's got a Hellcat. Huh? She's got a Hellcat. Jesus Christ. Is it a white guy? Amy, you'll write a statement, right?
Of course, yeah. I left her last night, and that's how I wound up with her. I still can't get by yourself, so I came to my house.
Released to other agency.
Yeah, that warrant out of county.
Okay. So he just got out of jail on that warrant?
Hey,
They've only been together
Personal phone, go ahead.
5 months.
India Alpha 93 November Papa, that is IA 93.
So there's barely any damage to the car. Can you do me a favor? Ask that lady to come out and look at her car, the one in here.
Okay.
And so, yeah, the white one, yeah, the white Kia right here.
I'll walk inside.
I don't know my husband.
But is it registered to you?
No. One of my friends signed it for me.
And it's a brand new Dodge Hellcat?
It's a 2015 Dodge Hellcat.
We'll divert from that call. You can move back.
I'm ready now.
Very copy, please.
Over.
Al 4, want to sign a report number, please?
Sounds good.
How you doing? What's going on, man? You're waiting on your girlfriend? Oh, okay. That's no problem. No, I got a call. Somebody was sitting in their car and everything like that.
Oh,
So.
no. We own Mila's spot. She's coming up.
Oh, okay. She's on her way now.
Yeah, we own Mila's spot right there.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
We were gonna go to Joe's and
Okay. L41 to bike 5. ETA. Copy. I'm 1012. I'll explain to you when my partner gets here. Okay. Yeah. About this morning. Say again?
Can I call my girlfriend on your phone, please? Or can you call her for me?
Yeah, I can do that. But I'm just waiting for my partner to get here. Yeah, absolutely. And here's what's going to happen. Is the car running? Shut the car off for me. It's off. I'm going to detain you until I figure out what exactly is going on.
I'm just waiting on my girlfriend, sir. I told you. I don't want to be harassed.
Wait, you don't want any trouble from me because you're on probation, okay? Okay, yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I'm going to have you step out of the car and I'm going to detain you. Not arrest. Detain you right now. Okay? And I can't have any problems. You understand me? All right. What's that? Bike 5, I'm at Joe's Crab Shack in the parking lot. I will. I give you my word. No. I have to detain you. By our procedures, I have to detain you. Because of the battery this morning. There wasn't any battery? Okay. I will. No. Just relax. Let me see the keys to the car. Let me see the keys to the car. Keys. Keys. Wait, we're not going to have any problems. Just give me the keys to the car. Wade.
Sir, I didn't do anything. Look at me.
Okay. All right. Please. Just wait till my partner gets here. L41. Gonna need a couple more units. Don't go anywhere. Hey.
Alpha 8, we are out in there.
Don't do it. He's in his car. He's attempting to take off. Back up. Yes, please. He's taking off, Fort Myers. Just ran a stop sign going up towards McGregor.
What's the vehicle description?
Black Nissan Versa. I'm off of him. He signal 12. It's only battery charge.
Southbound on McGregor.
He went down Bayside. Bike 5, he went down Bayside.
You off it, right?
He appears to be stopping now.
Alpha 8, we just turned south on Clifford.
He continued down Parkway. That was an identical car, but he went down Parkway. Alpha 8, we're off of him. I'm just looking to see if he's in the area.
Okay, this is the Cape detective.
Hello.
Okay.
How are you?
And he's going to be speaking with you. All right.
I'm sorry.
She was charging her phone. Her phone was about to die.
You want the charger back right now?
Are you done?
I can be in.
Okay, yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome.
No?
No, you're good.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. Thank you. Good luck to you, ma'am.
Thank you.
All right, Melissa. How are you?
Okay.
I'm Alex Mino. All right, I'm a detective with Cape Coral Police.
Okay.
I'm gonna have a lot of questions.
I'm used to it. Okay.
I know you've given them a lot of information. You've given them your name and everything else, but if I can get a lot of that stuff again, I would really appreciate it. What is your full legal name?
Melisa. Last name Montanez. Montanez.
Do you have a middle name?
Lynn.
What's your date of birth?
11/11/82.
Veterans Day.
Yep. And I'm a veteran.
Are you?
Yeah, funny.
What's your
I have a busted mouth, so I'm talking funny.
Oh,
yeah, he
I'm
busted
sorry.
it this morning. It's okay.
And is Glenn a roommate or what?
Roommate, he would like to be more, but he's just a roommate.
Okay.
After he hit me the first time, I moved in with him, and he's been a little bit too, and I always knew that I would get back with Wade when he got out of jail, and that's what happened. He's not very happy that I got back with him, obviously, but
Glenn isn't.
yeah, he's only been out for 5 days, and this already happened to me again. So
Okay. Now Wade.
Wade Stephen Wilson.
Wade Stephen Wilson.
5/20/94.
How do you know Wade? How long have you known Wade?
Boyfriend 6 months.
Boyfriend 6 months.
He's been in jail, incarcerated 3.5 of those.
Here in Lee County?
He beat me up and I put him in jail here, and then I didn't want to go through the court, so I dropped the charges, but he had a charge on West Palm for 2nd-degree felony stolen property.
So he had a warrant out for that arrest?
He didn't have a warrant, but his bond was revoked when he had picked up a charge here.
Okay.
So when his bond was revoked, I'm sorry, it's still hard to talk. When his bond was revoked, he went to West Palm. He served his time. He served, went to court, got time served plus probation. When he got out of there, he had another bond in Key Marathon, so they took him to Key West jail. And then that was driving on the license, 2nd time suspension. Sorry, my teeth and everything. And then they released him, and then me, stupid enough, went down 5 days ago and got him.
Down from Marathon, from Key West?
Yeah, Marathon. Well, Key West jail is where they took him, but then he had court in Marathon.
Okay.
So he did the court and got out and called me, and I drove down to Marathon and got him.
Down and picked him up. That was 5 days ago?
Yes.
What day, do you remember?
That's going to be a little rough. Let me think. I think it's the 1st or 2nd. Not exactly sure.
So the 1st was on
Tuesday. It's either Tuesday or Wednesday. I can't really remember.
Okay.
I think it was the 2nd, but I'm not 100% sure.
On October 1st or 2nd. Okay, so then you guys come here.
And then we come here. Then I keep him at I own a day spa, so I let him stay there, and I stayed with him those nights before last night, because I kind of wanted to see how he would act. I didn't know if he would hit me again. I didn't know if it was jail talk or whatever, or if he missed me. And things started falling apart kind of quick. He never hit me, but I already saw that he was already wanting to do bad things. He wanted to do drugs and wanted to sell drugs and just different stuff. So it just I already
saw it falling apart.
While you were staying at the spot?
Day 2, day 3.
What did you guys do the past 5 days when you guys...
Yeah, we did good things. We worked out. He's a personal trainer. He worked me out. Just in the spa. You know, we did push-ups, and he worked on my abs, and he worked out. And I did a lot of work. I sent him away while I did work.
Where would he go?
There was like, then I am in Melisa Spa, and there's a bail bondsman right here.
Okay.
The bail bondsman and him went to like a park, and they worked out together. I'm not sure which park it was. Centennial, because he told me there was a different park. So he'd do something like that. He'd take the dog for a walk. We would go over and drink at Stevie B's, the next door neighbors. We went out to eat a few times. Just normal things, you know. Did
he do any drugs the past 5 days?
Yes. No, he got a hold of, we were at some gas station, and somehow he asked this person for Molly, and they had, or I don't know if he asked for Molly. Anyways, he showed up with Molly. He had that.
Showed up where?
In the car. Like, I was pumping gas, and he went to get a Black and Mild, and he came back with a pack of Molly. Like, he doesn't know anybody in this town. Like, he just gets drugs like that. So yeah, he did Molly, and I think he got on coke once. And then the final night, last night, well, what day is it? Yeah, I guess it's last night.
Right now was Monday, 5:56.
Yeah, so last night we went to Buddha.
What time did you get to Buddha?
Roughly 11-ish, and I think we left around 2-ish. I'm not really sure about these times.
Oh. So you went to Buddha last night?
Mm-hmm. And then he wanted to go to like this house, like a drug house, and
when?
Like closing time-ish, like 2-ish. I think the lights were on. I can't really remember. I was kind of drinking a little bit, and so and I didn't want to go. Like, I didn't feel safe. I didn't feel comfortable. So he can't even. I drive a Hellcat. It's like a heavy stick shift, and he can't drive a stick shift. So somehow he got somebody to drive my car, and my girlfriend Amy saw me like walking around the parking lot like aimlessly. She's like, I was like, I got left by my boyfriend, so she let me in her car, and then I slept on the couch in her house. He was blowing up my phone all night long. I didn't know because I was sleeping. And then in the morning...
This was last night?
And in the morning I answer, and I could tell he's on drugs because he's calling me everything. You fucking bitch, you fucking lying whore. Like, you know, all these things. I can already tell something's up. He doesn't usually treat me this way. And so I said, meet me at the spa. And then so I told Amy, because he's hit me before, I said, please don't leave me. I don't think he'll hit me in front of you. Let me get my keys to the Hellcat. Because he drove off. He told me he was in a different car. The Hellcat ran out of gas somewhere. So I said, okay, let me come get the keys. And then I told Amy, let me get the keys and you drive me to my Hellcat as soon as we figure out where it is. And then he instantly, I tried to be sweet to him. I walked up to the window. She parked behind him. And I tried to
At the spa?
In the spa parking lot. And then I could tell he was getting agitated. And he just said, get in the car. And so I got scared and said no. And as soon as he noticed that I wasn't going to get in the car, he grabbed me and forced me up against the window and then holding me. And I started screaming for Amy. And Amy tells me later she was afraid she was starting to get hit yet, so she didn't interfere at all. So as soon as he grabs me, I start to kind of get away. My clothes start coming off. So I'm pretty much all visible. And then he starts noticing that he's losing grip, I think, like the threads or whatever. So then he opens the car door, forgets to put the car in park.
This is the Hellcat?
No, this is the Hellcat. The Hellcat ran out of gas.
Where?
Well, we eventually found it. It was on McGregor, next to the church was on the left. There was a road to the right, and it was right there. We eventually found it. We were cruising up and down McGregor just searching for it. Me and Glenn, and Amy also found it, sent pictures of it too. So, but we wouldn't have found it if he wouldn't have, at the end of the whole conversation, I was ignoring his phone calls toward the end, and he said, Mila, please answer my phone call and I'll tell you where your car is. And he said, so I answered, and he told me just cruise up and down McGregor. His version was on the left going toward the beach after the Buddha. That's not where it was at all, but thank God we saw it. So, but anyways, once he saw that fabric was slipping, he opens the car door, gets out of the car, but he forgets to put the car in park. So he tackles me to the ground, and the car's almost trying to run over us. So I'm trying to get out of the way of the car. He's got me all up and down on the pavement, and just threatening to kill me, threatening to get in the car, saying he's already going to kill me. I'm just struggling my best to not get in the car, because the last bad incident, he had me hands tied behind my back, choking me, beating me, raping me for like 6 hours. So I knew once I got in the car, I might not see anything again.
All right. Okay, go ahead.
So then eventually I start making my way up to the spa, because I think it's safer to be in the spa than the car. So Amy keeps yelling at me not to go to the spa, because she thinks as soon as I get in the spa that's when it's really going to go. So I keep holding onto the railing. He eventually drags me up, and then he punches me as hard as he can right here, like in the face. And somehow when he punched like that, I was able to kind of like maneuver around the back and run, like, and then run to like the neighboring business. And that's how I got away. And then he jumped in the car and left.
Okay.
Sorry, that was drawn out.
No.
Okay.
We're going to get into more details
Okay.
here in a little bit. So, and have you talked to him ever since?
He's been blowing my phone up.
You haven't seen him though since that happened. Okay. So now let's rewind.
Okay.
All right. What did you guys do all day yesterday?
Okay.
Yesterday was Sunday.
Sunday. Sorry, my days are blending together. Sunday. We woke up really late, like bad late, like 2 o'clock or something like that.
At the spa.
Yeah, if I'm thinking of the right day. Then I had an appointment. I own a spa, but I also, with some of my favorite clients, I'll go to the house that they already have the setup. And I had an appointment at the Forest Country Club. So I went to the Forest Country Club. I made some money. I only had about an hour until my next appointment, so we went food shopping real fast.
Where was he at when you went to the
He stayed at the spa. He said
at the spa?
Yeah, okay. He said he was going to go work out, but he said he didn't have enough to eat, so he went back to the spa, and he went back to sleep. So I went to my appointment. We came back. I said, let's go to Publix. Oh yeah, okay, it's all coming back to me. So we went to Publix, and we went food shopping, like for the spa. Then I had appointments for 2 in a row, like 2 back-to-back appointments. So I thought at the time. And then he had just gone out of jail, so 5 days ago. So I had all his clothes, and they were all dirty. So I dropped him off at the Coin, I can look it up if I have to, laundry, and got his laundry started. But then I pushed my other appointment back to 8:30, so that he didn't want to stay there for 2 hours.
I'm saying 8:30 p.m.?
Yeah.
Okay.
I pushed my other appointment back to 8:30, so I must have dropped him off around 7. So my appointment was 7:30 to 8:30. Something's wrong there. Okay, anyways, one of my appointments was there. I dropped him off. He didn't want to stay there for 2 hours, so I told Alex, my next customer, come later so I could pick him back up and take him back to the spa. And then, what happened then? And then where did he go? Oh yeah, I dropped him off. I didn't want Alex to see him in the car, because all my customers know that he beat me last time, and he would intimidate them. So I dropped him off at Bayside Parkway, which is a comfortable spot next to my spa, and I told him, you can walk in the other room of my spa while I'm giving a massage if the light is on, the outside light. So I left the door open, the light on, and then, sorry, do you want me to turn it off?
No, that's
okay. I left the other side open, so I finished the massage, and then he was in there. I let my customer go. Then we get ready and go to the Buddha? No, we must have just laid around for a little while and watched Netflix, and then we went to the Buddha.
Did you guys start drinking at home?
We had a bottle of Patron. We started drinking a little bit.
Okay.
Wasn't
Do you
much.
remember how many shots you took?
No idea. Not many though. He drinks a lot more than I do. Like I with my new car, it's expensive. I don't drink.
Okay.
Like I'll do a little bit.
So then you guys he has a couple shots over at the spa.
Yeah.
What time do you guys leave to go to Buddha?
I'm thinking I don't know. I had to get ready, which takes me forever. So And then we don't have a shower at the spot, so he was getting ready. He had to shave. I do hair extensions and stuff like that. So for some reason, 11:23 is in my brain, but I don't know why that's in my brain. Maybe that's what time it was when we were leaving the spa or something like that. I don't know. I feel like that's a good number, 11:23. So
you guys arrive at the Buddha before midnight?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, somewhere between 11 and 12. What did you say?
Mm-hmm.
What happens there?
It's good. A200 is on stage. I know the band. I see Amy right away as soon as we walk in. Meet up with Amy. We just sit down for a little while, and then we order a few beers.
Was he with you and Amy?
Yeah. Well, he's wandering around talking to people. He's very social. And then I pretty much sit at the thing, at the table, watching the band. And we just hang with friends and stuff like that. And then that's when he wanted to go get drugs at the drug house or something.
Okay. So while you guys are there, he's drinking.
Yeah, a little bit. Not much.
What was he drinking?
Michelob Ultra. Nothing special. And I think somebody bought us a Johnny Vegas. I don't know what's in that, but
Okay.
2 of those.
And you saw him drink that?
Yeah.
Okay. The bar closes at what time?
I think 2.
It closes at 2.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So near closing time, he's asking you to take him to a drug house?
Near closing time, he was talking to his guys. He goes, this guy wants to go to the house. He has all these different drugs. He had this, and he kept talking to me about it, trying to talk me into it. And I said, no, I don't want to go to a drug house,
So he wanted to go to that guy's house. He wanted you to go to that guy's house.
Yes, and I said, no. I said, no, I don't want to do that, but he's very pushy. He's very forceful. And so I guess he knew that I wasn't going to do that. He took the keys, and then I see the Hellcat drive off. It's all kind of fuzzy for me.
Where were your keys at?
I don't ever carry a purse, so I just put my ID here. So every money and everything he always has. His pockets and stuff,
So he leaves in the Hellcat by himself?
No, he can't drive a stick shift, so he had somebody else with him.
Who?
I don't know.
Was it male, female?
This is a fuzzy memory, so don't hold me accountable for it. I feel like it was a car full of people.
In the Hellcat?
Yeah, I feel like it was like a party going on in there. Like, that's just my memory. But I would say it's a little fuzzy.
And you stayed back?
Yeah, I stayed back, and Amy saw me wandering around, and she put me in her car, and I went to sleep on her couch.
You went to sleep? Where does Amy live?
It's called Golf Drive, but I don't know the numbers.
You don't know where?
It's Fort Myers. Well, that's the name of the street, though. Golf Drive. It's in Fort Myers.
Okay, so you go there and you stay there for the night.
And then we wake up, and then I guess...
What time did you wake up?
I think around 8 something. Oh, my phone shows everything. This is him. No caller ID all day. That's him all day long. So I'm thinking I woke up around... see, this is him calling all night. Oh, that's him. But that's not what he's calling. Maybe the Shepherd Barbara is him, too. Because that's the girl. That's the girl. Somebody said he killed this girl, Christine Melton.
Who said he killed her?
I'll show you the messages.
Okay. Now, he's calling you from that phone at 6:02 in the morning.
And I'm not answering, see? So, oh, look, 8:45, that's when I finally do answer. And I think it's the same number.
Who's this?
I don't know. We could try it if you want to.
No.
But they keep calling now, so maybe it's another person. Maybe that's him, too. I just must have called from him.
Now, I'm not familiar with Apple. Why is the name red?
I missed that call. The black means I picked up.
Do you have the number saved to your phone?
No.
Is that why her name comes up? Or is it just or is it just the caller ID?
No, it's just the caller ID. It just shows the name.
Okay.
Yeah, he was called. Oh, I guess I must have answered it these times. No, but I don't remember doing that.
And where it says Wade husband.
He programmed that in himself
so
as
that's
his
from
number.
his phone.
Yeah,
And that
which
was
only
all the
works on
way
Wi-Fi. So I must have been still awake at that time.
So that was all the way until 3:15 in the morning.
Yeah, maybe we were still at Buddha at that time. I'm a little fuzzy with the details about time and stuff. If you want to see the number,
the Viviano.
no idea. I don't even remember answering that one. But like I said, I was drinking, so. If you want to see the number, all you have to do is click on that little eye thing.
Oh, okay. I can do it?
Yeah. And then if you want to go back, you just have to hit back. There you go.
You don't know anyone in Delaware?
No. But because he has that burner phone, he was storing contacts in my phone instead of his. He didn't know that we would separate at the end of the night. You know what I mean?
Okay. Oh, so you think those numbers are saved from last night?
No, they're not saved. Some of them he saved. Yeah, he took my phone and he was making friends and he would type in their numbers and stuff on my phone. So that Tank 1%er or percenter, I don't know, he must have saved that in and called him or something.
Okay. Has he?
Yeah, he's called a.
Where's his number from?
That's that girl again, but it's showing up different. See?
Did you answer that though? Is that why it shows black at 8:45 in the morning?
It says outgoing, incoming, outgoing. Oh, but look, not too many seconds, so probably not. Probably was canceled or something. I don't know.
Did you talk to him when he called you on that from that number?
Yeah, this number I've been talking to before he tried to hurt me, and then all of a sudden once he tried to hurt me, it went to no caller IDs. So he was okay using the number until he started hurting me. And I have messages on my phone saying he's gonna kill me and shit too. So.
When was the last time he called you?
That might be, I don't know. This one, I'm thinking it might be him, right? Because that was in the 3 a.m.s, and I didn't answer that one. That was just recently.
Who's the inmate call?
That is one of his friends from Marathon, where he was released from. That was telling me not to get back with him because he would end up beating me again. He called and I said yes.
Is this the one you just accidentally dialed?
Yes, accidentally just now.
But the last time Shepard Barbara called was at 4:13.
That might be him, because that was also at 3 a.m. phone call. Sorry, can I stand up for a second?
Yeah, absolutely.
Sorry.
Can we get back in?
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Just do that. Oh gosh. I've been sitting forever now.
Okay. So he leaves the Buddha in your car.
Yeah. And there was a lot of noise coming from the car. That's why I'm just the whole aura. You know, when you're drinking a little bit, you're not really sure what's going on. I'm pretty sure it was a car full of people. And then when I picked up my car this morning, there was shoes that are not mine, that are females in the car.
When what? I'm sorry?
When I finally found my car, there are 2 women's shoes in my car that are not mine.
When you found your car, there were women's shoes in there that were not yours?
Yes.
Okay.
So I don't know who left without their shoes.
Give me just a couple minutes. Okay. Let me just open the door.
Thank you. this girl once we found her name. I found her on Facebook. Do you think she's missing?
Just as at Christine Mountain?
Yeah, I looked her up. That's her hometown is in Illinois, Ithaca, Illinois, and the number is coming from Aurora, Illinois. Do you think that could possibly be her?
I mean, we have detectives working this too, so over in the Cape. They just sent me here to talk to you.
So you don't know if anybody's missing or not yet?
We don't know yet. Not 100% sure yet.
I feel so horrible. If I wouldn't have picked him up from jail, none of this would have happened. I hope nobody's dead on my hands like this. This is horrible. Everybody told me, Mila, if you let him out of jail, he's going to kill you or some other girl. This is horrible.
Okay. So, he leaves the Hellcat.
Yes.
Let's get back to that. Around closing time.
Yeah.
You talk, he calls you?
I don't think so, no.
Well, you said you could hear a lot of people in the background.
No, like leaving. Like he didn't call me. I could hear him. Like I saw the Hellcat leaving, and it was like loud, like voices, laughter
coming from the vehicle.
Yes. And he did not call me. I actually tried to call him, couldn't get a hold of him, was pissed off I couldn't get a hold of him, sent some dirty text messages saying I'm so fucking mad at you and all this different stuff. And then that's when Amy found me and took me back to her house.
Okay.
Then I fell asleep, and then I missed all those calls.
Okay. You wake up at?
I guess 8:45.
You wake up at 8:45. 8:45, you see all the missed calls.
Mm-hmm.
Did you call him?
Yeah,
at 8:45?
I think I woke up, and I think I turned my phone on ringer, and then he called me. And then I answered to a very angry Wade, cussing me out and everything like that. And, yeah.
Where does he call you from?
He calls me from the 8:45 one. That one. That's her number again. The 630.
That's where he calls you from at 8:45.
Mm-hmm. And then that's the last time I talked to him. I don't know. What is this? All this? I don't know why it's went to this no caller ID, because I can't remember exactly what time the incident happened. It's hard for me to believe that it happened this fast. I think it was more, no, because I called Glenn. It must have happened this fast because I'm already calling Glenn, telling him what happened at 9:32. My head's all messed up with my timeline, you know? I just can't imagine it happened so quickly. Because as soon as he hurt me, it went to no caller ID.
Okay. So he calls you from that number.
Mm-hmm.
He's pissed off at you.
Very much.
At what point do you go to the spot?
I have to round up Amy right away. Amy kind of took a little while getting ready, and we charged in my phone. It was dying, and then as soon as she got in the car, I can't remember if she took the dogs. Oh no, she took the dogs out afterwards. Okay, so we get in the car and she drives me to the spot.
She drives you to the spot. Do you remember what time you got to the spot?
No, but I'm thinking it's between
somewhere between
8:45 and 9:11.
And 9:11, you get to the spot.
Yeah, well, because he starts calling at 9:11, and 8:45 is where I tell him I'm going to meet him at the spot. I just kind of feel like I've called him. In my head, I feel like I talked to him a few times saying I'm almost to the spa. I don't know why that's, like I said, my memory's playing tricks on me right now.
Could it have been text messages?
Maybe. No, because maybe. We can check. Messages. Calculate text. It would be around, mommy, that happened afterwards. Doesn't look like it, unless that's him. No. No, it doesn't look like it. I don't know. I feel like I say I'm almost at the spot. I don't know where it would have went. So, I don't know. Okay.
Alright. So that's when he shows up at the spot. You meet him over in the parking lot.
He pulls in a black car. I'm wondering whose car it is. Amy pulls it.
Did you ever ask him whose car it was?
No, because I was trying to calm him down, and that would have angered him. I was trying to be like, it's okay. Well, let's go to the spa. Let's get some sleep. You know, he's like, get in the car. Like, very forceful, get in the car. Like, no matter what I said, it was just on repeat, get in the car. And he got more and more angry, and he was sweating, like drug sweating kind of thing. And his eyes were doing that crazy thing. So
This was around 8:45 and 9/11.
that was Canberra. No, it's just
Okay. Did you see anything
like what?
inside the car? Anything on his hands? Did he look hurt?
Amy, on the other hand, said it looked like he had battle. When he came out to attack me, she said he already was messed up.
Messed up how?
Battle wounds, like marks across his back and stuff.
He didn't have a shirt on?
No, he was shirtless. I don't remember.
What was he wearing?
I was trying to think that too. I don't remember. If I could just guess, I think it was.
I don't want you to guess.
Okay.
I mean, unless
I don't
you know for sure what he was wearing.
The spa is attached to 6 other businesses. Maybe they have cameras as well. Like, it's like a big building, like with 7 units in it. So we don't even know if somebody's dead yet.
No, again, we have other detectives working over in Cape Coral, so I mean, we're trying to find this girl and trying to find him and just.
Should I try to message her and see if she's alive?
No. You said that, or someone told me that someone messaged you and said that she was dead.
I'll show you. It's his ex-girlfriend.
Who's his ex-girlfriend?
Kelly, I don't know her last name. Kelly something. But this is, she always bothers me about him, but this is what's up. Let me think. Let me find it. Okay. Alright, somewhere right around here you can start reading it.
Where does she live?
She is in Tallahassee, I think.
Okay, so what does it start?
It kind of starts, she's asking me, what, like, pretty much, because he tied her up for 6 hours, gagged her right around there. So she wants to know me to take pictures of what happened to me, and then he's beat me before, so then it starts right around there.
Who's Gray? She is?
I'm sorry? Oh yeah, Gray is her, blue is me.
Okay, so she's saying they're saying he killed someone. Who's they?
See, I don't know, she's being very vague.
Oh, okay.
And she kind of gets down into it.
He told something named Josh. He did. And there's like 40 cops looking for him.
See, Christine, but she spelled it wrong.
Okay, Paul. Josh's friend. And his dad. Who's Tommy?
Tommy's my ex-boyfriend who introduced me to Wade. And the news travels fast within them. As soon as something happens, they all update each other. It's kind of like a small circle.
What's Mateo Graphics?
Mateo Graphics is Josh Lukic, however you say his name, business. It's in Hancock Parkway in Cape Coral.
He punched you inside of the car?
No, but he punched me in it. Oh, did he break your nose? No, he punched me in the nose, is what I said.
No, I know, but...
No, he got out of the car.
Well, apparently because we're in the freaking interview, he just said, did they let you go because I asked for a pic? No, I'm still here. Then sent a pic inside of the room. Did he kill someone? They found blood in the trunk of a car, and that's her asking you, or telling you. You asked, who said that? And she said, Josh. Did he break your nose? And you said,
he punched
nobody.
me in the nose instead of in the nose.
Okay,
yeah.
Gotcha. So not inside the car.
No.
Were you ever inside that car?
No, I was not getting
in
the car.
Never made it inside the car?
I would have died if I would have gotten the car.
Okay.
I would not be here.
So the guy Josh was the one that told her, hey, Wade just came in here and told me that he killed someone.
I think Josh told Tommy and Tommy told Kelly. It's like a big thing.
Where does Tommy live?
Tommy works at Citywide. Oh, I finally remember it. It just came to me, Citywide Air Conditioning Company. And I think that he lives in a house by the owner of Citywide Air Conditioning.
Which is where?
I think it's Del Prado, Cape Coral.
Okay.
And he lives with his girlfriend Elizabeth. We've not been together since March. But he's always telling me not to get back with Wade because he will kill me. Everybody's saying that I'm going to die from his hands. I'm not sure about that. That's how I'm assuming it happened. Because Kelly has no way to talk directly to Josh that I know of.
So since he left, after hurting you, you have not talked to him whatsoever?
No, I have.
You have
The cops have been telling me to bait him. We even baited him one time at Joe's Crab Shack, and they knocked on the window, and he said, let me get my girlfriend. I talked to my girlfriend. He was like drug sweating, even the cops said, and they let him go. They didn't even chase him. I don't know why they didn't block him in or anything.
I mean, it's just policy. So.
Why wouldn't they just block him in or something?
So, after that, have you talked to him or messaged him?
The last time I talked to him was over lunch at Blue Sushi. And that's...
You were at Blue Sushi?
Yeah, with Glenn and Amy, the other girl. We all went to Blue Sushi because my nerves were shot,
That's
you know?
fine.
And so we went to Blue Sushi, and she kept recording some of the conversations because it was proof that he stole the car. Like he said, I've got the car, you're never going to get back, don't worry about the car anymore, meet me somewhere. And he
What car?
The Hellcat.
The Hellcat.
And then he also was telling me about he's going to kill me. He'd go back and forth. I love you so much, come help me, to I'm going to kill you, I'm going to kill you slowly, I'm going to, like, back and forth from crazy, that's her again. It went just back and forth. It's just a question mark. And then that's the last time I talked to her, because after that we found my car. Now I have no reason to talk to him because I was just trying to get information. So.
Did he ever say anything about hurting anyone?
Yeah.
What do you think?
Over the course that I was trying to get information about my car, he would say, Mila, meet with me. I've got to tell you something. Mila's my nickname. I don't know if I'm making any sense. I gotta tell you something. I gotta tell you in person. Just let me meet up and tell you. I want to kiss your forehead. I just want to give you a hug. And I kept saying, I'm too afraid of you. And he would keep coming up with different scenarios to where I wouldn't be afraid of him. I'll lay down on the ground. I'll strip back naked. I just want to tell you something in your face. Like, it kept becoming an ongoing thing. And then eventually, over the Blue Sushi, Amy was sitting right there. And he in code said, remember what I wanted to do to Tommy? And then I said, no. And then he kept going, remember what I wanted to do to Tommy? Like, trying to put down. And then I remembered, I was like, oh, yeah, he wanted to kill him. So I go, okay, yeah. He goes, I did that last night. And I'm running. And I need help.
When did he ever say he wanted to kill Tommy?
Oh, like, all the time. Like, that's just an ongoing thing. Tommy introduced me to Wade. Okay, it's a long story, I'm sorry. When I left Tommy, he moved to Marathon Island, and they all worked at the marina with the Deadliest Catch VH1 star or whatever, and then he met Wade there. Well, Wade and Tommy were both let go at like same time. So Tommy brought him back up here, and I think Tommy got lonely one night or something, and he was hanging out with Wade and brought him to my spa door. Wait, what was the question? I'm sorry, I'm getting tired.
About
why he wanted to kill Tommy. Okay.
Kill Tommy,
yeah, so we got to the front door, and they knocked, and so I was introduced through Wade, through Tommy, and then that's how we met. And then he always said, "Don't hook up with Mila, man. That's my ex. There's still heartstrings there." And then for whatever reason, we and Wade did hook up. When Tommy found out that, there's also a police report with this. Tommy came up with brass knuckles trying to beat down my spa door, trying to get to Wade. When he couldn't do that, he went down and slashed my tires in my car.
Tommy did?
Yeah. Okay. So it's just been an ongoing beef with them over this thing.
For the past 6 months?
Yeah. It hasn't stopped.
How did Wade end up here in Lee County?
He got dismissed from the Key West jail, or whatever, released or whatever it's called, and I went down and got him and brought him
No,
back.
not this last time. 6 months ago.
I think the guy bailed him out of jail for the driving second suspense.
Does he have any family in Lee County?
Mm-mm. All his family is in like Tennessee, like Nashville.
Okay, but how did he end up in this area?
Oh, when he was 17, he went to jail in Tallahassee. When in the course of his jail sentence, his family moved up to Tennessee. When he got released from Tallahassee, his family said they were scared of him to stay down here. So ever since then, he's been drifting around Florida.
Okay.
And the reason he left Marathon to here particularly is because Tommy was the only person that would help him out. And this is where Tommy was getting back to, was Tommy's right here.
Okay.
You have a difficult job, I'm sorry. This is horrible.
I'm just trying to think, make sure I got everything covered for now. So your phone number is 333-5924, correct?
Right.
Any other number you can be reached at?
It's my spa number, but it gets directly leaded to that one anyway, so it won't help me much. Yeah.
What's the spa number?
Oh, I'm sorry. 239 244 2807.
244?
2807.
2807. All right. Unfortunately, I am going to cease the phone for now.
Okay.
Okay. We are going to need it. Is there a code to get into it?
There's nothing I can get in trouble for, right?
No. Well,
Okay.
You didn't do anything wrong.
Okay. No, I mean like naked pictures. Can I delete like naked
You
pictures?
have no idea the stuff that we see.
Okay. The password is when you click on down here. It's usually my thumb. You might want to. How do you get it back? Okay. Try to cancel it out, and I'll show you.
Try to cancel.
Like,
Hold on,
let me
give me just 1 second. Okay. I'll be right back.
You can write down the number. I think it's 100704.
100704.
When do I get my phone back?
They're gonna have to do a search warrant on it. Okay. And once they download it, we'll definitely give you a call. That's why I wanted to know if there was another
How
phone.
long though?
A day or two.
That's my business right there.
I know. But I'm gonna be straight up and honest with you. We do have a body. Okay.
Oh my gosh!
So
Stop it!
This is a homicide.
Are you really serious? Is it that girl?
We don't know. We don't know. So we do need to take the phone.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. So just stand by for a second. Okay. I'll be right back.
setting.
Keep doing that.
Am I okay to go soon?
Yeah, just give me one
Okay.
second.
When do we get to find out if he did it or not?
Well, that's what we have detectives everywhere right now, so.
It's absolutely horrible.
Yeah. And that's why we need as much information from him as possible. Because obviously,
I feel like...
Did you see him talking to any females at the club last night, at the Buddha? Was he talking just to random people all over the place? Just guys?
He's very social.
Okay.
If I wouldn't have went and got him, this would have never happened.
Well, you can't blame that on you, okay? Because obviously, you said he was on drugs. You cannot, I mean, you can't.
Everybody told me this would happen if I let him out of jail. He'd kill somebody. I just didn't believe it. Have you found Wade yet? I wish I would just left him down there.
Which iPhone is this?
iPhone 8 Plus. Can you tell him it runs my business though?
I'm sorry?
Can you make a note that it runs my business for my spa? That I need back soon. I can't believe this happened. I should have just left him there. And the keys.
We have some people coming from Cape Coral also. You're willing to give us just a sample of your DNA? We just need to eliminate, because if we're gonna take the shoes from the car, we need to run DNA on the shoes.
Dude,
okay?
why are they thinking that I'm a part of this?
Listen, right now, obviously you got beat up by him this morning.
Yeah.
Driving someone else's car. Okay, that's possibly our victim's car.
Yeah.
All right. So that's why you're very important to this.
Okay.
Okay. You were one of the last people to see him.
Okay.
Okay. And you're one of the last people to see him.
I don't want to get in trouble for something I didn't do.
Well, again, if you didn't do anything,
then I'm good. I just watch all these shows and shit. You're like, you know what I mean? These ID shows.
This is real life. Completely different.
I know, but
okay.
I'm just so weirded out right now. Oh my god.
How long has he been saying he wants to kill Tommy?
Ever since the incident with the brass knuckle.
Ever since the incident with
The brass knuckle thing, yeah.
Has he ever shown any infatuation on killing people? Has he ever...
Oh, yeah. He talks about it all the time. I just thought he was bullshitting, like normal guys do. Like, I don't know. He said he used to be a hitman and stuff, but I just thought he was lying. Like, he's 25, I'm 36. I just thought of him as being a stupid little boy making up stories.
What does he say?
I don't know. He said, like, there's this, like, somebody wanted him to kill his wife, paid him $35,000. He didn't kill him, so he thought they would come after his family. But he has killed other people and stuff like that.
He told you that?
Yeah. But
Did he say where?
No, he doesn't. I didn't believe him, so I just kind of laugh it off a little bit. Like,
has he ever said how he wants to kill people or how he's killed people before? Shooting, stabbing, choking,
oh yeah, that throat, like stuff like that. He'll say, like, just see, it's weird that I never even believed him. Like, he would just say random stuff like that. I never heard him talk about guns much, but knives I've heard him talk about. Tying people up.
What does he say?
Like slashing people's throat or something like that.
He said he has done it before, or he wants to do it.
He said in one incident, like, I guess he slashed somebody here, and threw him in a lake and let, like, no body, no crime is kind of what he said.
He said he cut someone from
here to here and put him in a lake or something. Like, I'm saying, these memories are vague because I didn't believe them. Like, they're not stored in long term, you know? Like, I passed them off, you know? Like, I didn't, like, you know, I just didn't believe him. A lot of young guys lie about a bunch of stupid shit. Like, they think they're rappers or they think they're this.
Is he like that?
No, I just thought he was another young guy. Every time I date younger guys, they all act stupid like that. I just thought he was acting stupid.
Okay. I'm not being rude or anything like that. I just trying to communicate back and forth here with the other detectives.
Okay.
So.
Oh, God. I hope everything's okay with that girl. You have video, right, of me not leaving with him, right?
Well, we don't know. I mean, again, we still need to get that. Okay, this is just the beginning.
Okay.
So it's a lot of steps. We have a lot of people working on this right now.
Okay. I went to the military with two of your cop friends. You know, Angel and Miguel Fleming?
Yeah. You were in the Navy?
I was in the Navy with both of them.
Really?
Yeah. He was on the Ponce de Leon. She was on the ship with the Eisenhower with me.
Really?
I don't know if that speeds up my phone process.
Well, I promise you I will definitely let them know, okay, about that, so. And the next question is, will you give us permission to search the vehicle too?
Yeah.
Okay.
My nose is still bleeding, sorry.
I see that, yeah.
From where he punched me.
Yeah. Okay. What else can you tell me about it?
God. Just that everybody says he's a killer. Don't trust him. Don't let him out.
Who's everybody?
Apparently. I can't touch it anymore. I was going to show you something.
We turned it off, so.
Okay. Apparently he was in a gay relationship in Marathon with this guy, and then he tried to kill him too, like stab him or something.
Do you know who that was?
His name. And he's also got a different girl named Sarah down in Marathon who he tied up.
Who told you about Christopher?
You know this group of Inner Circle that keeps saying, Mila, don't go back, Mila, don't go back? There's a gang of exes that keep saying, don't do this, don't do that, he'll kill you.
Exes of his?
Yeah.
How have you met all these people?
When Tommy found out I got with Wade, he called down to Eric, and Eric was dating one of Wade's exes, and Sarah was friends with Wade, and Sarah was friends with Kelly, and Kelly was friends with Chris, and like it's just like this big web, and all these people that link up together and just share information about how bad, where he's at, and if he's like when didn't press charges on the first time he hurt me, I had everybody on my back saying, Mila, if you let him out, he's going to kill somebody else. And so that's why it's weighing on me so much, is everybody told me that this would happen. Everybody told me that if I let him out, if I didn't press charges when he hurt me, that this would happen. So really, it doesn't take more than 2 days sometimes for the phone. Should I go get another phone is what I'm asking. Because I'm going to lose a lot of money. Okay.
So I talked to the detective that's working the case, the lead detective, and we don't lie to anyone, okay?
Yeah.
She said, because you have an Apple phone, is there any way you can borrow one from someone? Because she said it's gonna be
a while.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just being honest.
Can I get out of here and eat?
Yeah, we're leaving right now.
Thank you. Okay. So it is going to be a while because it's my business. I'll just have my grasshopper for
Now,
that.
here's the thing.
Okay.
Did you guys come here in one car or two cars?
2 cars.
Okay. Because we are going to need the car to get Hellcat. That one will be fast. Because those probably no later than tomorrow, end of day. Okay. We are going to tow it from here back to the police station and
get
get
a few things or no? No. Okay.
Not at this point. We're gonna tow it from here. I'm gonna follow the tow truck over there.
Is it safe to tow a Hellcat?
Yeah.
Okay.
Go figure it out.
Okay. They're not gonna hurt it, right?
And then I'll call you or at the spot. And if you don't answer, we'll send someone to go by over there.
And then they'll tell me about my phone and stuff like that.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
And can you also put Glenn's number down as a contact?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I don't know it is in my phone.
We'll talk to
okay.
He was downstairs when I came.
Okay. Oh, I'm just happy to get out of here. Thank you.
No,
I need to go eat.
I'm walking you down.
Thank you. Okay.
Give me just 1 second.
And so, will you guys tell me about...
What color is your car?
It's like silver bullet gray, they call it. Silver bullet, yeah. But you guys, are you able to tell me about, like, whose body it is and stuff? Or am I going to have to find out?
Again, we don't like jumping into conclusions.
Okay.
Okay. We found a body.
Yeah.
All right. And then they got to go from there, right? You know, once they do the autopsy and everything else, then they make
do you know where you found
proper
it?
notifications. I do, but obviously I can't
can't tell
right now. Okay,
Holy
so this
crap.
is just saying that I'm taking your iPhone 8 and your 2015 silver Dodge Hellcat, and we can sign there.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you a receipt. Okay, and I have your number for the day spot. I'll get Glenn's number right now.
Thank you.
And
holy crap. Okay. Oh, can I get 1 key from my car? 1 key.
It's inside the car?
Yes.
We'll go check.
It's for my spa.
Yeah, we'll go check right now.
Okay.
Just give me 1 second. I promise you.
Okay.
10 seconds. I'll walk right back in.
Okay.
If you thought that was rough, now we get into actual police body cam footage from the Fort Pierce incident. This is where you see in real time just how quickly things unraveled. Spoiler, it didn't exactly make him look innocent. Hello everyone, we're back with additional body cam footage from the October 7th, 2019 police response to Wade Wilson's intimate partner assault. Normally, we avoid showing sensitive images related to DV, But this case has garnered national attention, and Melisa has openly testified and spoken publicly about her experience. She has shared these details willingly, and we believe presenting this footage aligns with her openness while adhering to ethical guidelines and platform standards. We start this video with a 30-second recap for those unfamiliar with the case. On the morning of October 7th, 2019, after a heated argument the night before, Wade Wilson abandoned his girlfriend Melisa Montanez at a bar. The following morning, an enraged Wilson demanded to see Melisa, and when they met in public, he violently attacked her, attempting to force her into his car. Fearing for her life, Melisa managed to escape to the Mila Spa in Fort Myers, where she sought safety. Fort Myers police received multiple 911 calls reporting the assault, and officers quickly arrived on the scene.
On foot? Alright. Come here. What happened?
My boyfriend beat me up right in front of the spa.
Okay, for what reason?
I stayed the night at my girlfriend's last night, and he called me like over and over. He left me at the bar. I came back, and he tried to get me in the car, and I know once I got in the car I wouldn't ever see tomorrow. So I'm fighting it with all everything that I have and putting on the railings. He's dragging me through the fucking parking lot. He punched me straight in the nose. I have a loose tooth. And
Do you need EMS?
No, I'm fine. Nothing is hurt that won't heal. I'm
Okay.
fine.
Do you want to press charges?
Yeah.
Okay. How long y'all been dating?
5 months.
Where y'all stay at?
I was staying at Glenn's. He just got out of jail 5 days ago.
No, but where were you living at?
No, at my friend's Glenn's house here.
Glenn?
Uh-huh.
Or where's Glenn live?
Well, he's been staying right here for the last few days.
Where's right here?
At the Mila Spa. I own Mila Spa right there.
Okay, you own?
I own Mila Spa, yeah.
Okay. He's gone.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Do you mind if I put this on?
No, go ahead.
Everything's showing. Okay.
I took a video of what happened.
Okay, well, we're probably going to need that.
You saw everything? You took a video?
Oh, I saw everything.
Do you have that video?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
I can email it to you.
Vehicles have been moved to the church parking lot on record.
That's, wait until he,
It's okay.
all right.
Yeah, can I get in and put on my shirt?
She just needs to put a shirt on.
Were you here when he punched her?
Oh, yeah. I was walking down the street and I saw all this happening.
Where's this at?
It's on the second floor.
Right up there.
You keep turning away, I can't see anything.
I was into the signs and everything.
You know where the gentleman went? He took off.
He's in my car, which I haven't been over there to look, but I
Yeah, you didn't get anything.
Nothing.
No.
I'll save it. Hey.
What's going on? This guy's a nightmare. She spent the night at my house because there was...
All right, let's get in front of, over here in front.
So she spent the night at my house on the sofa, and he was calling her up. You're not at Amy's house. You're not at Amy's house.
All right.
I own the Mila's part.
Okay, so you were supposed to, he thought you were somewhere you weren't supposed to be?
Yeah, well, he left me at the bar at Buddha last night.
Okay.
So she had to take me home. I slept on her couch. Apparently, he called me all night long, but I was sleeping. I woke up just now. He called me and started screaming at me, and I knew he was going to be violent, but that's why I said, Amy, please don't leave me because I'll end up dead or something. Because he never gets like this. He just, I think he does drugs or something. When he's on the wrong kind of drugs, he gets like this.
So slowly gravitated and hit the corner of this white car. I knocked on the design studio to let them know.
You don't have your ID with you at all?
It's in there.
Can you, let's get everything out from that business and... No, assailant.
Before you can force out the extra patrol.
That's all of you.
You can just put yourself on the hood.
Are you sure my shoes might crash your car?
Well, you put them. Why don't you put them on?
Because they're high heels and they hurt.
Okay. What's his name?
Wade Wilson. He just got out of jail.
You know his birthday?
5/20/94.
You can cancel for your traffic crash.
Wade Stephen Wilson.
Compliance already left the area.
What is his birthday?
Wade Stephen, 5/20/94.
Up to 1, copy. I'll be en route to on the lane.
Bravo 2-1 traffic crash. 7560 on the lane. 7560 on the lane. 2 vehicles, no injuries in the parking lot.
Officer 8.
Officer 8, go ahead.
10-15. I can take that DOV on Summer and Colonial.
Probably going to ditch that car and go to Mila's Parks.
So Bravo 3, DAV, Summerlin Colonial. Summerlin and Colonial.
Huh?
Maybe in front of the Publix on Summerlin, a boulder tan 4-door car.
The white guy.
What's him?
Amy, you'll write a statement, right? So he just got out of jail on that warrant?
CP74 traffic stop. Kennedy First and Roy Palm.
They've only been together
First and Royal Palm, go ahead.
5 months.
India Alpha 93 November Papa. That is IA 93.
So
There's barely any damage to the car. Can you do me a favor? Ask that lady to come out and look at her car, the one in here.
Okay.
And
What car? Which one? The white one?
Yeah.
But that has a whole video.
Officer 2, copy arrest break.
Officer 2, go ahead. 10-4 from Mars in the unit, the back, CP74 traffic stop.
It's Italian.
She owns the white Kia.
My student's on First Street, 10-4. I mean, from what I'm the one who called, the car is catty corner, and I just saw the car like
Yeah, that's exactly. I was parked here, and he had her in the window, and he didn't realize it wasn't in park, so it was like a slow roll.
His car wasn't in park?
Yeah, because he had her in the window, like grabbing her, and then he didn't even realize it was like a slow roll going on.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what I can do about it, but yeah, that wasn't there before.
It's up to you.
Well, from that call, you can.
I mean, what is it worth? I mean, it's really.
You would have to repaint your bumper.
Well, they probably wouldn't even repaint the bumper, but I mean, it's up to you. It's hit and run, leaving the scene with property damage. That's up to you.
I mean, I guess. Let's see what we can do.
You're gonna need your driver's license, registration, insurance.
I don't blame you. She was like staying far away, which is good. You would have done something different.
Scott, does she need us?
No, I already asked. Yeah, there's minor damage, so there's gonna be a hit and run, leaving the scene with property damage.
013-11013.
So you want me to take the crash or the battery?
You can take the crash. Somebody got a picture of his license plate, they said. Muting for conference.
So you were sleeping here last night?
No, at my girlfriend Amy's house.
How'd you end up here?
She drove me here. I told her, please don't leave me. He's acting angry.
So you were just coming to go to work?
No, I was just coming to meet him here because he took my car and it ran out of gas somewhere, so I still don't even know where my car is. So I don't know.
Okay. Alpha 6-3. Is 2 down?
I'm getting my...
Okay.
What now?
Is 2 down?
I tried to talk to 2 and nobody answered.
There have a assault for breach.
Alpha 6-3 on 2. Alpha 6-3 is channel 2 down. Can you open up a separate hit and run at the same location, assign a different report number?
They're pulling up the camera and they're going to screenshot it to see. They said or something like that, but then he's not sure. He didn't write it down. He was just remembering it. Because there was a man that was here that said he had a video of the whole thing.
Yeah, I saw the video, and that was all out of frame.
He said he got it on the camera, though.
Yeah, no, he didn't.
Oh.
Because
when
the sun.
He drove away.
Am I on the camera?
They have camera footage over there.
The other guy that was here that said he videotaped it, that didn't come through clear.
So.
Glenn, you made me primary on station 1's call. Early status 15. That's fine.
Alpha 7-6.
Glenn.
Set 15, 24, and 7. Be on to back 7-2.
10-4.
10-14, someone in a beige rack here at the school. Let's try to report number, please.
Yeah, Alpha 6-3. Can you change the address to 2039 West First?
Do you need me to wait out here?
I'm just trying to get you your report number. There's all your information back, and this is what the crash report will be under.
Okay.
Is that report number? So if you need a copy of the crash,
Okay.
you just go down to the police station, or if you, I mean, it's really up to you what you want to do with it.
Okay.
Depending on your deductible and depending on how much the damage is whether or not it's going to be worth running it through your insurance.
Yeah. Okay.
So.
Okay. Well, thanks. At least I have something here.
Yeah, I gotta type it up. We're trying to deal with it.
Oh.
You know, I'm trying to get the tag number for the other vehicle.
Yeah, don't.
So
This is minor compared to what I was doing.
it's all tied to the same thing.
Okay. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I found the registered owner of the Hellcat, but
She said she still don't even know where the car's at.
her car?
The Hellcat?
Yeah.
She don't know where it's at. He had it last night and it supposedly ran out of grass.
Probably wrecked it. He does on probation too. Let me call his probation officer.
Something to drink? No, I'm good. I appreciate it.
Yeah, we had this porte-cochere camera and the one that shoots right across towards their office. This porte-cochere is kind of zoomed in, so we think we can probably had some pulled in to get it from there. And I had it, and the guy was taping, and he says, "I got it on camera." I said, "Okay."
Yeah, no, the old gentleman,
Yes,
older,
sir.
yeah, no, he missed it completely.
Lori,
Tell him.
For myself, 7 number.
Are you looking at? Are y'all looking at the cameras over there? Okay. 7 We're in the other office. This is our main hub there. They must be in her office here. Sorry about that.
You guys staying busy?
Oh, we're in here filling up real quick, and we're only about November 1st. We'll start our weekends now. Everybody wants to get married. Wow, the weather's getting halfway nice.
Oh yeah.
But November will be probably solid.
Maybe.
Hi.
I'd have to see the other one to see if that was it or not.
Did you not get it on the
No.
porte-cochere?
No.
Pulling in
Pulling in, I might be able to, but you won't see his license plate.
through the porte-cochere?
Do you remember what day you saw him walking down the street?
It was Friday.
Because we could get his picture.
I mean, he's very
Oh,
easy
we already
to
know who
recognize.
he is.
Oh,
I'm doing the traffic crash report. So.
Gotcha. Oh, then yes, you would see him in that one when he first pulls in. You would see him pull right up to her car.
Right, that's correct.
Okay, so you want to
So that, yeah, that's the porte-cochere.
I need the license plate is what I need.
Oh, wow.
Did you see that one yet?
I'm trying.
All right, I gotta go back to the front office.
Okay, goodbye.
So we never have.
But it is what it is.
That had to be his car. But I can't see the license plate.
Winkler, 2905 Winkler, apartment 707, again, apartment 707.
You can see the
Past
car.
occurred
Yeah, there's
approximately
no way.
7:45 this morning. No description of the person, short person, also present by their window. Client will like contact the resident.
And that does you nothing.
Simple form rental unit, channel 2 is available, channel 2 is available.
We have to watch it all the time.
Well, do you? No
We can
biggie.
show you that view if you want.
No, we know what happened. I mean, I'm working. There's two different calls. You got
Yeah.
the battery, and then you've got the traffic crash because he nudged the car.
Can you tell me?
Because that's what I thought happened
Missy,
at
was
first.
that Missy?
I don't know her name.
No, that was the Mila.
Well, I know, but that's Missy.
Oh, that's over there?
Yeah. I think
She owns the.
She owns
Spa.
the owner. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. So
Yeah.
I bet it was Missy. I need to tell Eric.
So.
But no,
All
we're
right.
not going to be able to see a license plate exactly, unfortunately.
Okay.
Did the guy that videotaped it, did you guys get him?
Because the sun was in his eyes, he was to the left the whole time.
He videotaped it, but it wasn't anything
Yeah.
to see.
You could see her business, but they were to the left of it. You know, so.
He thought he was doing it, huh?
Yeah, he thought, she said the sun was in his eyes. So.
Well, I'll watch the other one and see if just
You want me to go
the
to
way
that one?
the way he pulled in though was from the one side, so I don't think we'd be able to see if I can see something on this one. See, you could see him pulling right there against her car.
And see, we just
See,
had
there's
that
his
thing.
car right there, pulled up against it, and then you'll see them.
We just had it.
There's the guy who
Yeah.
walked by.
Yeah.
We
We
had
started videotaping.
We had it over to the left. Remember, we just had it shifted.
Yeah, literally, I just
Just shifted it to the right.
because I need to see over here, not over there. But that's when it must have started because that's the guy who stopped, and then the girl was out there, and then I pull in just a minute.
Yeah.
My husband was in the front, but
I guess. Hey, Don.
yeah.
Well, there's no sneaking in late to work for you then, huh?
No, I know everything. I went to public, but see, I immediately walked in because I'm like, something's wrong.
So that we made.
I went and got
more-
Carrie.
Yeah. Were we early enough on the other thing?
All right. Yeah, no biggie.
But no, unfortunately, because see here, you'll see them come out in a minute and then leave. But
Yeah, she knows them, so.
yeah, but as far as the exact license plate,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
And there's not a lot of damage. I mean, all I can do is type it up, so.
Okay.
All right. Thank you. Bye.
Item is available. Okay.
Friends took my Hellcat. I got abandoned and went with her. Yeah.
Did you give him permission to take the
No. was trying to tell them not to go, and then I couldn't find them, and I got in the car with her. I saw them drive off.
I was getting ready to leave.
They abandoned
So I was like, I'm not going to leave you here by yourself. Come to my house. I live right around the corner, and then I'll take you to your car. And she blew him up all night, like, where's my car? Where's my car? Where's my car? And he never, ever answered. And then at like 8 o'clock in the morning, he's like, where the heck have you been all night? I've been calling you. And she was like, I've been at Amy's house. You're lying. You're lying. And she was like, meet me at my spot. I want my car. I want my keys.
Look at me.
Oh, he bit her over here, too.
Don't show me your lip. Yeah.
She was a bite.
Pull it down. Pull the bottom one down. Okay.
Her knees, her arms. Has he ever driven your car before?
He can't drive a stick shift. It's stick.
Here, you can hold on to that.
Officer,
Let me know.
Officer, go ahead.
take your number 1.
No permission granted at all.
How did they get the keys?
He went to the car to get something.
You got to see if county can come out here?
If she wants to report it, might as well.
Oh, 6-3.
I knew this was going to happen. I didn't dream about police.
Can you have a county deputy come to our location in reference to a stolen vehicle that was stolen out of their jurisdiction?
It's a woman cop was out here. It was just a rape about
Where was it stolen from?
The Buddha on McGregor.
We're calling Lee County Sheriff's Office to come out here and take a stolen vehicle report. My colleague just went down to his car to run driver's license because I don't have that program up. And he's going to give me the license plate so I can get all the information.
Who's to you?
He was my roommate and
Okay.
like best friend kind of thing.
Okay, no, we're just trying to, because the county is going to ask.
Yeah.
Well, she can't report it. Whose name is it under? Yours?
It's under his.
She can't report it.
You have to call him. You have to call him and have him record it then.
Yeah, call him now. I mean, where's he at?
He's at probably his work.
I'd call him.
Is that I
Alpha
progressed
6-3.
or he progressed?
Hold off on that. We gotta get a registered owner
Sorry.
before we get county in route.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, so you don't need the county right now?
No, they can't even take
No, they can't take the report because she's not the registered owner. We're trying to get a hold of the registered owner now.
10-4.
Can you call him to speed this up?
Yeah, sorry.
Raise your right hand.
Sorry?
Raise your right hand. As a police officer, hold on.
I'm on.
Hey, so he beat me up last night and somebody took the car.
As a police officer in the state of Florida, I'm authorized to take sworn statements. You swear or affirm everything
Yeah,
in the
you have
statement
to
is
report
true
it
to the best
stolen
of your
right now.
knowledge.
Can you? I'm with the cops right now. He beat me up in front of everybody.
Does he want to report the car stolen?
You have to report the car stolen because it's in your name. The cops are here with me right now. What does he need to do here? Hold on, here's the cop.
Who's this, Steve?
This is Glenn, the owner.
Glenn, hey, it's Officer Scott with Fort Myers Police Department. Good. Hey, do you want to report the car stolen? Okay, is there any way you could come down to 2039 West 1st Street? Or because it was stolen from the Buddha, so the county's got to take the report. So we're trying to facilitate that. Well, no, they're gonna need your ID and you're gonna need to sign an affidavit. Okay, 20 minutes, okay, and then I'll call our dispatch to have a county deputy en route and let them know you'll be here in about 20 minutes. Okay. Alpha 63 on 2.
Go ahead, supervisor.
1900 Trillin.
Customer. Alpha 63, go ahead.
Yeah, the RO of the vehicle will be here in about 20 minutes, so if you can get a county deputy en route.
Finally, it all comes full circle. After everything, the crimes, the interviews, the investigations, Wade Wilson faces the one thing he couldn't avoid: sentencing. Let's see how the justice system handled this one.
Well, Mr. Wilson, you have an opportunity, just like during any of the other phases of, well, let me just finish real quick. Any other phases during the case, if you want to address the court, I would permit you to do that. Obviously, everything's recorded. But you would have that opportunity if you wish. No one can prevent you from addressing the court if you wish to, and no one can make you address the court if you don't want to. So it is a decision that's solely left up to you if you want to address the court or not.
Not today. Later, when I come back, I will. Today,
okay.
No, I won't.
In October 2019, the case of Wade Wilson rattled Florida with a series of gruesome crimes that revealed a deeply troubled individual. Known for his violent tendencies, Wilson escalated to a new level of brutality when he murdered two women, Christine Melton and Diane Ruiz. A third potential victim had managed to escape his grasp just hours earlier, while a fourth and fifth narrowly avoided harm by being absent when Wilson broke into their home. Wilson's spree began after a night out with his girlfriend, which ended with him stealing her car and abandoning her. When Wilson later confronted her, his anger exploded into a violent attack in a public setting. The Fort Myers police responded to the battery call, and an officer found Wilson sitting in a black Nissan Sentra in a restaurant parking lot. Following protocol, the officer called for backup to ensure a tactical advantage. However, before additional units arrived, Wilson fled the scene.
Copy, I'm 1012. I'll explain to you when my partner gets here, okay? Yeah. About this morning.
Can you call my girlfriend on your phone, please? Can you call your girlfriend on your phone, please?
Say again?
Can I call my girlfriend on your phone, please? Or can you call her for me?
Yeah, I can do that, but I'm just waiting for my partner to get here. Yeah, absolutely. And here's what's going to happen. Is the car running? Shut the car off for me. It's off? I'm going to detain you until I figure out what exactly is going on.
I'm just waiting on my girlfriend, sir. I told you, I don't want to be harassed.
Wait, you don't want any trouble from me because you're on probation, okay? Okay, yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I'm going to have you step out of the car, and I'm going to detain you. Not arrest. Detain you right now, okay? And I can't have any problems. You understand me? All right. What's that? Bike 5, I'm at Joe's Crab Shack in the parking lot. I will. I give you my word. No. I have to detain you. By our procedures, I have to detain you. Because of the battery this morning. There wasn't any battery? Okay. I will. No. Just relax. Let me see the keys to the car. Let me see the keys to the car.
I promise you.
Keys. Keys. Wait, we're not going to have any problems. Just give me the keys to the car.
I didn't do anything wrong with you.
Wade.
Sir, I didn't do anything. Look at me.
Okay. All right. Please. Just wait till my partner gets here. L41, gonna need a couple more units. Don't go anywhere. Hey.
Alpha 88 being around.
Authorities were unaware that Wilson had murdered 2 women hours earlier. Not long after, Christine Melton was found dead under suspicious circumstances, and Wilson was spotted driving her car. As the police intensified their search for him, Diane Ruiz disappeared as well, her body later discovered in a field, marking Wilson as a highly dangerous fugitive. While on the run, Wilson sought help from an acquaintance, where he confessed to multiple murders. The acquaintance called 911, and his action, as well as location information provided by Wilson's biological father, enabled law enforcement to track and apprehend him. Wilson's trial proved to be complex. During his time in custody, he added hate symbols to his face. His defense team argued that these tattoos could unfairly influence the jury and requested that makeup be used to cover them during the trial. Despite these legal maneuvers, the jury ultimately found Wilson guilty of both murders and recommended capital punishment. It would be up to the judge to affirm or deny the jury's recommendation. At Wilson's sentencing on August 27th, a statement from his adoptive parents was read to the court.
Judge, this is a letter from the adoptive parents of Mr. Wilson. It's been 5 years since the worst of this began. You can't possibly understand how sorry we are for the families affected by this tragedy. We cannot change the past, but we wish we could. On that fateful day 5 years ago, not only were the lives and the dreams of 2 women lost, with their families left behind in shock and grief, but another family was left shocked and grieved over a different kind of loss. It's easy to recognize the victims and their families and to feel profound sympathy for all they suffered and lost. But one group that isn't often recognized as those also suffering is the family of the accused. Our journey of loss didn't happen all in one day as theirs did, but it was heartbreaking nonetheless. Wade was a joyful child, loved his parents and sisters, and was loved immensely in return. But over the teen years, and then especially in the early years of adulthood, Wade began to slip away from us, becoming withdrawn, erratic, and depressed at first. Then, as addiction was added to mental illness, he became frankly paranoid and delusional, and the sense of loss became increasingly sharp. He was in the system for years trying to get help for his mental anguish and for his addiction. They put a tiny Band-Aid on it and then sent him back into the world without a diagnosis, medication, and without follow-up care. We tried to hold the pieces together, but had no idea how to find the support Wade needed to be the person he was inside. The system failed him, and that fateful day in 2019, we lost the last piece of the son we loved and all the hopes for his future. In those tragic moments, when the cancer of severe mental illness and addiction won, we lost our son, grandson, brother, nephew, and uncle. So we understand the despair, anguish, loss, and hatred for someone or something that takes away someone you love. Because despite everything, Wade is still our son, and we love him. The hopes and dreams of his life are already lost, but the human is still in there somewhere, tortured beyond what most of us can even begin to imagine. Taking his life will not bring back those 2 beautiful women. There is no justice on earth for that kind of loss. Taking another life only adds to the tragedy. Please see it in your heart not to kill our son and make our innocent family suffer even more. The system designed to help those who suffer and are lost failed him. That system is broken and would be only further broken if it took Wade's last breath. That broken system owes Christine, and it owes Diane, and it owes their families, and it owes our family. It owes us all the peace that it did not provide to Wade. Candy and Steve Wilson.
Thank you.
We would rest.
Well, Mr. Wilson, you have an opportunity, just like during any of the other phases of, well, let me just finish real quick. Any other phases during the case, if you want to address the court, I would permit you to do that. Obviously, everything's recorded, but you would have that opportunity if you wish. No one can prevent you from addressing the court if you wish to. and no one can make you address the court if you don't want to. So it is a decision that's solely left up to you if you want to address the court or not.
Not today. Later, when I come back, I will. Today,
Okay.
no, I won't.
Okay.
Great, thank you.
The state calls Dr. Thomas Coyne.
With all statements made, it was the judge's turn to render his decision.
All right, let the record reflect that state's president, defense counsel, and the defendant are all present. We're here for sentencing. Was there anything else that the court needed to address prior to sentencing?
No.
All right. The defendant committed the murders while on probation for prior felony convictions, and he committed 2 first-degree murders contemporaneously with each other and with grand theft of a motor vehicle, battery, and burglary of a dwelling. There were no statutory mitigating circumstances that were established, but the court considered the non-statutory mitigating circumstances presented by the defendant. Out of 13 enumerated non-statutory mitigating factors, the court found that 10 had been established. Out of those established, 6 were given little weight. The totality of the mitigating circumstances indicates that the defendant suffers from drug use from a young age, along with undiagnosed and untreated mental health issues of some kind. He felt abandoned by his biological parents, but had a devoted adoptive family who raised him in a supportive and loving environment. Defendant did not resist law enforcement when arrested and confessed fully to both murders. The court has further considered giving great weight to the advisory verdict of the jury, who recommended that the death penalty be imposed by a vote of 9-3 on count 1 for the murder of Christine Melton and a vote of 10-2 on count 4 for the murder of Diane Ruiz. The court recognizes that there is no mathematical formula for considering the aggravating and mitigating factors. It is not enough to weigh the number of aggravators against the number of mitigators. The court carefully considered the nature and quality of each aggravator and mitigator. Having reviewed all of the aggravating factors proven beyond a reasonable doubt and all of the mitigating circumstances reasonably established by the evidence, the court finds that the aggravating factors greatly outweigh mitigating circumstances. Given the facts of the case, nothing in defendant's background or mental state would suggest that a death sentence is inappropriate. This court's review of other reported capital cases has led the court to conclude that the death penalty is not disproportionate in this case. Under the totality of the circumstances and evidence, the court finds no basis to override the jury's verdict. The totality of the circumstances warrants that the defendant, Wade Stephen Wilson, be sentenced to death for each count of first-degree murder. Accordingly, it is ordered and adjudged that the defendant, Wade Stephen Wilson, be sentenced as follows. Count 1, first-degree murder of Christine Melton. The defendant is hereby sentenced to death. Count 2, grand theft of a motor vehicle. The defendant is sentenced to 5 years imprisonment in the Florida Department of Corrections. Count 3, battery. The defendant is hereby sentenced to 364 days in the Lee County Jail. Count 4, first-degree murder of Diane Ruiz. The defendant is hereby sentenced to death. Count 5, the burglary of a dwelling. The defendant is hereby sentenced to 15 years imprisonment in the Florida Department of Corrections. Count 6, petty theft. The defendant is hereby sentenced to 364 days in Lee County Jail. The defendant is given credit for all time served on this case on all counts. All counts are to run concurrent with each other, meaning at the same time. All statutorily mandated fines, fees, and costs as announced on the record are imposed, and the defendant is committed to the custody of the Department of Corrections for execution of this sentence as provided by law. The defendant is hereby notified that these convictions and sentences are subject to automatic review by the Florida Supreme Court. If he cannot afford an attorney to represent him in any appeal, the court will appoint one for him. Are there any other matters to present to the
The road to final justice for Wade Wilson may still be long. Florida's death row currently holds 278 inmates, with some, like one prisoner who's been on the list since 1976, waiting for decades. On average, those condemned to death in Florida spend over 20 years on death row before execution, often due to appeals, post-conviction motions, and other legal procedures that aim to ensure due process. Recent executions have involved inmates who waited upwards of 30 years for their sentences to be carried out. Nevertheless, this chapter offers some sense of closure for the families of Diane Ruiz and Christine Melton. All right, folks, if you stuck with us through all that, you probably deserve hazard pay. But seriously, if you like deep dives into cases like this, subscribe for more. And as always, thank you for watching.